Defiant police chief defends handling of the Gilbert goons, despite claims of a cover-up and horrific examples of how the gang terrorized people before Preston Lord was murdered. That is the headline from yesterday's Daily Mail article that had me going to bed angry, and I woke up to many other Gilbert residents voicing their same feelings of frustration at the handling of the situation, at the behavior of the Gilbert police chief. There's a petition on change.org that has been put together by a local Gilbert resident. I have already signed it. It calls for investigation, and it cites lots of examples of what may be an inept police department. If you live in Gilbert, I'll post it here, and I would love to see you sign it because I would love to see an investigation. And if the investigation comes back and says Gilbert PD did everything right, awesome. They have nothing to worry about. But right now, the citizens don't trust them, and they don't trust leadership. Patrick Bonjan is the town manager. He is the one who is responsible for calling for an outside audit. He has said nothing, and the fact is the police chief is probably doing exactly what he tells him to. The other person you got to have on your radar is Scott Anderson. Scott Anderson is running for mayor of Gilbert. He is currently on town council. He's been there a long time. He was on the teen violence subcommittee. He has not said a single word about an audit. He has not asked or said to the public, yes, we hear you. Yes, we will look into these crimes. He should not be reelected. He should not be elected to mayor. Chuck Bonjan still beefing on Facebook. Instead of answering questions, he's telling people that they got to go to coffee with. We kind of expect at the federal or even the state level that the government ignores us as we the people. You're right. We've come to terms with that. But we have not come to terms with the local government ignoring the public. We have not. And so people are showing up at council meetings. They're talking to these local leaders. I've interviewed candidates on my podcast. These are people who live in our community, and we have a real vested stake in the way that our leadership behaves in our community. Why? We feel like our teenagers aren't safe. And generally speaking, we're an empowered group of well-to-do, middle-class, uppity individuals who will demand that our children are safe and that our institutions work. And if our institutions don't work, we will show up until the institutions start working. And that's what Gilbert's seeing.